Namaste. Today we are going to learn about the Asamyata Hastas from Natya Shastra. So, according to Natya Shastra, there are 24 Asamyata Hastas Bharata Muni has explained. So, first let us know one by one, then we will see the sloka also. The first Asamyata Hasta is Pataka Hasta. Pataka means flag. प्रसारिताः समाः सर्वा यस्याङ्गुल्यो भवन्ति हि कुञ्चितश्च तदाङ्गुष्ठा स पताक इतीरिताः. So prasaritaah, stretch out, samah, equally, sarva, all the fingers. Sarva means all. Yasyangulyo, all the fingers. Bhavantihi, kunchitascha, you have to bend. Tadhangushtaha, angushta means the thumb. Sa pataka itirita. So when all the fingers are held straight and close and the thumb is bent, then it is called as pataka hasta. Okay, now for what all the usages we can do with this pataka hasta. The pataka hasta is raised up to the forehead to represent actions like feeling a person. We'll do like this, feeling a person, or warming up, or push about, okay, and to show the pride of oneself, also used this pataka hasta. And by using both hands we can show the flames of fire, okay, torrents, waterfall, okay, or shower of flowers, okay. And there should be a trembling of the fingers also should be there while doing these actions. Even to show things on the earth like a small lake or pond, okay, arranging flowers on the ground or the sprouts of the grass, also used this pataka hasta. Assuming pataka hasta gesture with both hands with the swastika form to represent closing and opening of the doors, concealing or hiding, and also represented to show the waves and the wind or the flood also. Activities like washing, massaging, rubbing, grinding should be represented by the use of pataka hand placed over, like now suppose rubbing or massaging, okay, or washing. So with the pataka hand, one hand is stretched completely, with the other hand we will be doing all these activities. So this is about the pataka hasta. The second one is tripataka hasta. So three parts of the flag. Let us see what is the sloka is. Pataketu yada vakranamika twangulir bhavet tripataka sa vigneya karma chasya vibodhata. Pataketu yada vakra means bending. Anamika twangulir bhavet. So anamika is this. This finger you have to bend. Okay. Pataketu in the pataka hasta. Yada. Exactly we have to hold the pataka hasta. Vakranamika. Vakra means bending. Which one we have to bend? Anamika. That means this ring finger. Anamika twangulir bhavet tripataka savigneya. This is called as tripatakaha. So Tripataka Savigneya Karmasya Vibodhata. So, in the Pataka hand, the ring finger is bent to form the Tripataka Hasta. So, where all we use this? In invocation, stepping down, prevention, touching of auspicious things. Any auspicious things, if you have to touch, you have to use this. Or playing on the head, like water, if you are doing Tripatak Hasta, you have to use. And wearing the headgear or crown, to show wearing the headgear or crown. And covering the face and ears. If you don't want to hear something like so you have to use this Tripataka Hasta. While touching the feet of Guru, Tripataka Hastas in Swastika should be used. So when you are touching the feet of your Guru, you have to cross the Swastika position and touch. So with the right hand you are touching your Guru's right feet, and with the left hand you are touching the left feet of your Guru. So that is about the Tripataka Hasta. Then Kartari Mukha Hasta, the third one, scissors blade. The sloka goes like this. Tripatake yada haste bhavet prishtavalokini tarjani madhyamayascha tadasau kartari mukhaha. Tripatake, the previous one is the Tripatake. Yada haste, hold it normal. Bhavet prishtavalokini. See, this finger back it should go. Prishtavalokini. Tarjani madhyamayascha. This is Tarjani. You have to, the forefinger is bent backward. And the middle finger, this is middle finger, this is the Tarjani, forefinger. Okay, these two is separated. We are not moving this finger, the middle finger, only the Tarjani is pushed it back like this. So here it is separated. So this is like scissors, isn't it? So that is why it is called as Kartari Mukha. The remaining all fingers of Tripataka Hasta as it is. Only you have to push this Tarjani back. Then it will become the Kartari Mukha Hasta. Now, what are the uses we have? Showing the way, decorating the feet with marks of onions, or applying the juice of, like we put alta, no? So, to put on the feet, alta, we use the Kartari Mukha Hasta. And you have to show the Kartari Mukha Hasta facing down. If you hold it up, okay, while holding upwards, the position of acting, biting, or horns of animals, or writing or reading, also use this Kartari Mukha Hasta. And it is also used to show fall, or death, or offense, or adversity. It is also used to show the chamara deer, a kind of deer it is, and buffalo, okay, and Airavata, to show a tower or mountain or peak. You can do like this. So this is like to show the horn of bull or anything. You can use this Kartari Mukha Hasta for all these usages. The next one is Ardha Chandra Hasta, half moon. Yasyangulyastu vinatah sahangushtena chapavat sondra chandra iti khyatah karaha karmasya vakshyate. Yasyangulyastu vinatah sahangushtena chapavat sondra chandra iti khyata. This is called as Ardhachandra Hasta. Kara karmasya vakshate. So all the fingers are stretched and the thumb also is stretched out. So it is looking like a bow. Okay, this in this curved position, when you are keeping like this, it is called as Ardhachandra Hasta. This is used to show the small plants or shrubs or the crescent moon, okay, and conch, jar, slenderness, thin, or slenderness of the waist, to show the waist part. You hold it, not only waist, to show the like you are wearing the girdle, vadhanam, or to show your hips, okay, and ornaments like in the shape of a leaf or the ear ornaments. Also, this Ardhachandra Hasta is used. The next one is Arala Hasta. Adya Dhanurnata Karya Kunchitongustakastadha Sesha Bhinnordhvalalita Hyaralengulayaha Kare. Adya Dhanurnata Karya Kunchito Angushtakastadha. Kunchita Angushtakam. Angushta is Kunchita and the remaining all the fingers are straight. Dhanurnata Karya. Shesha Bhinnordhva Hya Rale Angulayaha Kare. Hya Rale Angulayaha Kare. So here the hand, to understand more easily, this is Pataka Hasta. Tarjani you have to bend it. This will become Arala Hasta. So what are the usages of this Arala Hasta? Let us see. To show the firmness, arrogance, courage, luster, bravery, divine objects, deep heartedness, blessings, and other favorable emotions should be done. It is also used braiding and combing the hair of a woman, or just to braiding. It is used, or wearing the bracelet, or marriage and agreement. So this is the usages of Arala Hasta. The sixth one, which is the Shukatunda Hasta. The Shukatunda Hasta, the sloka goes like this. Sorry. Here it is. Aralasya yada vakranamika tvangulir bhavet Shukatundastu sa karaha karma chasya nibodhata. Aralasya, this is Aralasya. Yada vakranamika tvangulir bhavet. Anamika is this, isn't it? This also you have to bend. Okay. Shukatundastu sa karmaha Sukatundastu sa karaha karma chasya nibodataha. So in the Arala Hasta, the ring finger is bent, the Anamika, then it will become the Shukatunda Hasta. Now what all the usages of this Shukatunda? Shukatunda means parrot beak. It should be made use of in the representation of ideas like I am not, or you are not, or need not, etc. Also in invocation, dismissal, and in words of contempt like fie upon you. So in those actions we have to use this Shukatunda Hasta. After the Shukatunda, It is the Mushtihasta. Mushtihasta sloka. Angulyo yasya hastasya tala madhyegra samstita तासामुपरि चांगुष्टं सा मुष्टिरिति संज्ञितः. अंगुल्यो यस्य हस्तस्य तलमध्यस्य, तलमध्ये అంటే గనుక this part, तलमध्ये अग्र संस्थितः ता सा मुपरि चांगुष्ट, अंगुष्ट उपरि, you have to keep it on the above these fingers. सा मुष्टिरिति संज्ञितः. So, angulyo yasya hastasya, the fingers of your hand, talamadhye, you have to bend it towards the palm, and the ta sa mupari changushtam, you have to keep the thumb upon this, then it will become the mushtihasta. This pose is used to represent actions like showering blows, okay, and in exerting or fighting or pushing out or pressing, rubbing of a sword, clubs, etc., and taking hold of a stick or spear. Also, we hold something, isn't it, with the Mushtihasta. This is the Mushtihasta we have to use. The next one is Shikharahasta. अस्त्यैव च यदा मुष्टे ऊर्ध्वोऽङ्गुष्ठ प्रयुज्यते हस्तः स शिखरो नाम तदाग्नेयः प्रयोक्तृभिः. So अस्त्यैव च यदा मुष्टे, मुष्टिहस्ता as it is you have to hold. ऊर्ध्वोऽङ्गुष्ठ, अंगुष्ठ ऊर्ध्व, it should be up. प्रयुज्यते हस्तः स शिखः, शिखरो नाम तदाग्नेय प्रयोक्तृभि. So this is called as Shikarahasta. So what are the usages of this Shikarahasta? This pose is employed in representation of holding the reins, okay, the horse or anything, the reins when you hold it, and kushagras or a hook, or to show the bow, okay, it is used also in hurling a javelin or spear, and in applying paint on the lips and on the feet. Even it is used in the showing the forelocks of the hair. Forelocks of the hair, the Mushtihasta is used. The next one is Kapithahasta. अस्त्यैव शिखराख्यस्य ह्यङ्गुष्ठकनिपीडिता यदा प्रदेशिनी वक्रा सा कपित्थस्तस्मृतः. So अस्त्यैव शिखराख्यस्य ह्यङ्गुष्ठकनिष्ठपीडिता. So you have to press, okay, the tarjani. With the tarjani you have to press the angushta. Then it will become the Kapithahasta. Astvaiva Shikharakasya Angushta Kanipidita. Kanishta Gadu, I'm sorry. Kanipidita. Astvaiva Shikharakhyasya Angushta Kanipidita. Yada Pradeshini Vakra. Pradeshini means this is Tarjani or Pradeshini. Vakra, bend. Sa Kapithas Tada Smritah. So, for what all we use this Kapithahasta? This is employed in the representation of weapons, excluding the sword, bow, disc, javelin, spear, club, and trident. The remaining all astras you can show with the Kapithahasta, except for this sword. Sword will show like this, disc, javelin, and all will show with this. So, spear. So, for that you should not use. The remaining astras, when you are showing, you can use this Kapithahasta. And what is truthful? So, I repeat again, this is to be employed in the representation of weapons excluding the sword, bow, disc, javelin, spear, club and trident. So these things you should not show with the Kapitta Hasta. The remaining ones you can show. And in showing what is agreeable, what is truthful. What is truthful you can show with this Kapitta Hasta. The next one is Kataka Mukha Hasta. Utshipta Vakratu Yada Namika Sa Kaniyasi Astyaiva Tu Kapittasya Tadasau Kataka Mukha. Again I am reading. Utshipta Vakra Tu Yada Namika Sa Kaniyasi Astyaiva Tu Kapittasya Tadasau Kataka Mukha. So the ring finger and the little finger of the Kapitta. So what is this? This is Kapitta. The ring finger is this and the little finger is this. So these are raised. Then it is called as Kataka Mukha Hasta. Now, materials for sacrifice or umbrella, okay, pulling the reins or fanning or holding the mirror, okay, breaking or grinding also can be shown with the Kataka Mukha Hasta. This Kataka means half closed fist it is. Further holding of a long stick, arrangement of garlands of pearls and flowers, tucking the loose ends of cloth, churning the curd, drawing the arrow, gathering the flowers, holding the goad, pulling at a hook or coir, okay, or showing a woman. In this all we can use this Kapitta Hasta. Kataka Mukha Hasta. The next one is Suchi Mukha Hasta. Khatakakhe yada haste tarjani samprasarita hastaha suchi mukho nama tadagneyaha prayokhi. Khatakakhe yada haste tarjani samprasarita hastaha suchi mukho nama Tadagneyaha prayoktibhi. Khataka is this one. Yada haste tarjani samprasarita. You have to, tarjani means this. You have to prasarita, stretch. That will become the Suchi Mukha Hasta. So in the tarjani, if you stretch the in the Kapitta Hasta, if you stretch the tarjani, it will become the Suchi Mukha Hasta. Now what all the uses of the Suchi Hasta? The forefinger is extended upwards, okay, turned down, shaken or oscillated or raised up, moved about in this pose. Okay, it is representation includes disc, lightning, banner, bunches of flowers, ear ornaments, all beings with a crooked movement and words of appreciation. This Suchi Mukha Hasta is used. The small serpents, twigs, incenses, torches, small creepers, matted locks, fall, curve and circle should be shown by extending the forefinger. Again, with this forefinger raised up, things like multitude, stars, nose, number one, giving blows, sticks, etc. should be shown. And by pointing the same finger downwards and placing them close to the face to representation, them close to the face The representation of animals with snouts and horns should be made. Okay, if you are putting like this, it shows the snout of the animal or the horn of an animal. So that is about the Suchi Mukhahasta. And the next one is Padmakosha. The sloka for Padmakosha यस्यांगुल्यस्तु विरलाः सहांगुष्टेन कुञ्चिताः ऊर्वा ह्या संगताग्रश्च स भवेत् पद्मकोशकः. यस्यांगुल्यस्तु विरलाः, virala means separated, sahanguштena kunchita, along with angushta you have to kunchita, bend. Urvahya sangatagrascha sa bhavet padmakoshaha. So the fingers are separated along with the angushta and the upper part, agra, urvahya sangratagrascha, this upper part of the finger you have to bend. Then it is called as Padmakosha Hasta. Okay, so the Viniyogas of Padmakosha Hasta representing the fruits of bilva, wood apple and breast of woman, and in obtaining flesh, this hand should be used. The Padmakosha hand should be employed in showing the worship of deity, offering to mains, carrying of casket, giving oblations of rice ball, tarpanam, pinda tarpanam when you are giving, that also you have to use the Padmakosha Hasta, or arrangement of flowers, etc. To show the blossoming lotus and lily, hands should be united at the wrist and the fingers of Padmakosha hand to be gradually and slowly moved around. You know, like this. Padmakosha Hasta are joined, united at the wrist part, and the fingers of the Padmakosha hand to be gradually and slowly moved around. So this is the Viniyoga of Padmakosha Hasta. The next one, the 13th one is Sarpa Shirohasta. Angulya Sangatah Sarvah Sahanguштena Yasyaja Tatha Nimnatalaszchaiva Sa tu Sarpashirah Karah. So Angulya, the fingers, Sangatah, all together, Sarva Saha Angushtena, along with the Angushtena, Yasyacha, all the fingers you have to join together along with the thumb. Then Tadha Nimna Talaschaiva, Nimna, down, you have to bend it. Then it will become the Sarpa Shira Hasta. Now, what is the usages of this Sarpa Shira Hasta? The pose should be used in the offering of water, okay, and offering to proceed a gift or anything, and the movement of a serpent, or watering the plants, or exchanging blows, okay, as in combat, and striking at the forehead of an elephant. On the elephant forehead, striking. So these are used Sarpashirsha Hasta, usages of Sarpashirsha Hasta. Then after Sarpashiro Hasta, not Sarpashirsha, that is from Abhinay Tarpanam, Sarpashira Hasta it is. The next one is Mrigashirsha Hasta. अधोमुखीनां सर्वासामङ्गुलीनां समागमः कनिष्ठाङ्गुष्टका ऊर्ध्वो स भवेन् मृगशीर्षकः. So adhomukhina, the previous one is this is sarpashirsha hasta, isn't it? So in this sarpashirsha hasta sarva mangulinam samagaha, adhomukha, you have to make all the fingers front, okay, and kanishta is the last finger and angushta is the thumb. This will be urdhva, you have to face it up, raised. That will become the mrugashirsha hasta. So the fingers are along with the thumb is bent in the sarpashirsha hasta, same, okay, and the little finger and the thumb are stretched out, which is called as mrugashirsha hasta. So what are the uses of mrugashirsha hasta? It is used to represent of ideas like here or now or present, today, etc., and to lift it up also by force, or to throw the dice, or to wipe off sweat, okay, in the showing the affected ripples of lovers caress, like Kuttamita it is. The pose should be shown with the movement of the fingers involved. Okay, so the next one is Kangulya hasta. Kangulya means so Mrugashirsha is the deer head, the name of Mrugashirsha. Sarpashirsha means snake head, Mrugashirsha means deer head, and Kangulya means long pepper. The Kangulya means the meaning of the word Langulya. Kangulya is long pepper. Now let us see what is the shloka for Kangula hasta. Tretagni samsthita madhya tarjanyangushtaka yada Kangule namika vakra tadha chordhva kaniyasi. Tretagni samsthita madhya tarjanyangushtaka yada Kangule namika vakra tadha chordhva kaniyasi. So in the Kangula, the middle finger, okay, the middle finger, forefinger and thumb, these three fingers are held upwards like the three stretched fires. Okay, the three sacred fires in a sacrificial ground. The middle finger, the forefinger and the thumb are held upwards like the three sacred fires in a sacrificial ground. The ring finger is bent down and the little finger is raised. So this is Kangula hasta. So the fingers, if you say the middle finger is this is Tarjani and this is Angushta, are stretched, okay, and the Anamika is bent, and again this little finger also is stretched. So this will become Kangula hasta. By this, tender fruits and small things could be represented. By showing tender things or small fruits you can represent. In the angry speech of woman, the fingers in this pose should be kept moving. That means to show the anger, the fingers should be shaking. Further, it is to be used in the representation of emerald or lapis lazuli, that is cat's eye gem. You have to show the Kangulya hasta, and flowers in addition to showing the feet of a cat. Okay, so flowers also you can use, and in addition to showing feet of a cat, okay, to show the feet of a cat, you have to use the Kangulya hasta. Then the next one is Alapadma hasta. अलपद्मा आवर्तिताः करतले यस्याङ्गुल्यो भवन्ति पार्श्वागत विकीर्णाश्च स भवेदलपल्लवः आवर्तिताः करतले यस्याङ्गुल्यो भवन्ति. So avartita means turn. Karatale into inwards. Yasyangulyo bhavantihi parshagata vikirnascha. Parsha means from the side. That will become the alapallava hasta. So the fingers should be moved about within the palm, constantly moving it both the sides, fingers remaining separated. This is alapallava hasta. What are the uses? This may be employed in showing descent or negation, like to whom do you belong? No, nothing, etc. Like this. Questioning. Alapallava hasta, alapadma you use. Or like this. Okay? No, nothing. Also shown in the idea of again. That is by woman, this can be used. Maybe like this. Okay. The next one is the 17th one. Chaturahasta. Tisra prasarita yatra tatha chorva kaniyasi तासां मध्ये स्थितोऽङ्गुष्ठः स करश्चतुरस्मृतः. तिस्रः प्रसारिता यत्र तथा चोर्वा कनीयसि तासां मध्ये स्थितोऽङ्गुष्ठः स करश्चतुरस्मृतः. So chaturahasta, the pose of the hand in which 3 fingers are held upwards with the thumb inserted in between the little finger in between, and the little finger is raised. Okay, the 3 fingers are held upwards, okay, and the thumb inserted in between and the little finger again raised. It is called as chaturahasta. This may be employed to represent the ideas of policy, decorum, restraint, dexterity, youth, affliction, fortitude, falsehood, words, favorableness, truth, and composure. By moving round a little one or both hands, one should represent the idea of dissatisfaction, to show the dissatisfaction, deliberation or composition or conjuncture or shame. We have to use moving around the little one or both hands should be represent. We have to say this. By combining both the chaturahastas, one should represent the similarity of eyes or petals of lotus and ears of the deer. By combining both the chatra hands, joining, one should represent the similarity of eyes, petals of lotus, we do this also, and ears of deer. Chaturahasta is used. So the next one is Bhramarahasta. मध्यमांगुष्ट संदंशो वक्रा चैव प्रदर्शनी ऊर्ध्वमन्ये प्रकीर्णे च द्वंगुलौ भ्रमरे करे. Madhyamangushtha, Madhyama and Angushta Samdamsho. You have to join. Vakra Chaiva Pradarshini. This is Pradarshini. It should be Vakra. Urdhva Manye Prakirne Cha Dvangulyo Bhramare Kare. The remaining are stretched out. So this is Bhramara Hasta. Okay, so Bhramara means the bee. Now, in Bhramara hand, the tip of the middle finger and the thumb touches together. The index finger is bent and the other two fingers are stretched out. This is used to enact plucking the flowers with long stems like lotus. When you are plucking the lotus from the water, you have to hold this mudra, or to indicate the blue lotus and water lily. Water lily, blue lotus, all these are grown in water. So you are taking out from the water, you have to use this Bhramara Hasta. To show the decoration of the ear also, this pose is used. Then Hamsasya Hasta. After Bhramara Hasta, it is Hamsasya. It is also called as Hamsa Vaktram. Okay. Hamsasya means swan beak. Tarjani madhyamangushtaah त्रेताग्निस्था निरन्तराः भवेयुर्हंस वक्त्रस्य शेषे संप्रसारिते. तर्जनी मध्यमांगुष्टाः त्रेताग्निस्था निरन्तराः भवेयुर्हंस वक्त्रस्य शेषे संप्रसारिते. So tarjani madhyama angushta. You have to I'm getting confused. Hamsasya. The forefinger, middle finger and the thumb are joined together. The forefinger, middle finger and thumb joined together in a triangle as the three sacrificial fires and the other two fingers are stretched out. This is the Hamsasya Hasta according to Natya Shastra. So the Hamsasya, the forefinger, middle finger and the thumb are joined together in a triangle as the three sacrificial fires and the other two fingers are stretched out. In representing ideas like smoothness, smallness, laxity, slenderness, insignificance and tenderness, it is used. This hand may be held with a slight movement of the fingers. Okay, so that is about the Hamsasya. The next one is Hamsapaksha. Samah prasaritastisrastadha. Samah prasaritastisrastadha chordhva kaniyasi. Angushtaha kunchitaschaiva Hamsapaksha iti smritaha. Pardon me if I am reading the slokas, it is in the Sanskrit. It is my effort to just make you people understand. If it is wrong, please pardon me. The mistake is mine. Only I just want to help you, the youngsters, to understand. Read out the sloka and each word what it conveys. That is why I am reading out this sloka also. So, samah prasaritastis srastadha chordhva kaniyasi angushtaha kunchitaschaiva hamsapaksha iti smritaha. Samah, equally, prasaritasri, the three fingers you have to equally stretch it front. Kaniyasi means the last one, urdhva. Okay, chordhva means cha plus urdhva, chordhva. Kaniyasi last one. So samah, equally, prasarita, three, all the three, tristadha, three fingers together. Okay, urdhva kaniyasi, the last finger up. And what? Angushta kunchitaschaiva, the angushta should be kunchita. Kunchitaschaiva hamsapaksha iti smritaha. So this is hamsapaksha. Okay, so what all the uses of hamsapaksha? This is used in the representation of offering oblations to the mains, supporting the cheek, receiving the gifts by the Brahmins, okay, sipping water in ceremonies and eating food. It is also used in showing embrace, representing a tree or a pillar, and horripilation, touching, okay, anointing or massaging. Again, the same pose is used in a playful touches, okay, and holding the cheeks when afflicted by sorrow. The Hamsapaksha Hasta is used. So, Hamsapaksha means swan's wing. The next one is Samdamsha Hasta. Tarjanyangushta Samdamsha Stvaralasya Yada Bhavet Abhugna Tala Madhyastha Sa Samdamsha Iti Smritaha. Tarjanyangushta Samdamshastwaralasya Yada Bhavet. So, in the Arala Hasta, okay, Tarjani Angushta. Tarjani means this one, Angushta, you have to hold it like a, forceps, how you hold it. Like this, forceps.